Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to create a very simple drawing. And this is going to be a circular drawing. And to do so, I'm going to use a round surface, something circular that you have available, a container, a lid, that's okay. And I'll mark two halves of the circular area. You can use any kind of a circular surface, container, a lid. And I'm going to draw the second half. Just like this, it won't be at the same size. But anyway, I'm going to try to make a connection to those both circular parts. I'm going to make just an adjustment, guys, because I want to move it a bit upwards. And okay. I'm going to erase the first line that I made. Okay, it's erased. Now I'm going to make a classic division of the Yin and Yang division, which is the division right here in the middle. It is something like an S. It won't be 100% straight, it is a bit diagonal. But anyway, don't worry about getting the line right from the start. But right here in parallel, we are going to make the second division. However, I think here it is too close, so I'll do it a bit farther. So I'm going to erase here. Okay. I'm going to mark those two little circles. They are on each side of the division. You notice that the lower division is a bit larger. Right here I'm going to mark something like a cone, as if it is pointing towards the vantage point, a more certain side, the circle, towards the end. And now let's create the edges, the walls, because we want a three-dimensional effect in the drawing. I'm going to mark right here in the middle, and I'm going to extend the walls to the edges of the symbol so it doesn't look too straight and aligned. Now we're going to do all the signs and the main corners. I'll mark a division right here, and you can use a measurement. I don't have a exact number to give you right here, but you can use 2 centimeters, 3, 4 centimeters, that's okay. I just advise you that you pay attention to the size of the drawing you're making. But anyway, you can use between 2 and 4 centimeters. I'm using right here 2.5 centimeters. I'll measure all the corners from where I'm be pulling the main division. I'll mark the wall, and then I'll do the circular area. And it is important to consider the measurement I use it, which was 2.5 centimeters. I'll use the same measurement right here for all the main places. And if we follow this division, we can get a line very similar to the first one we made. So it stays quite parallel. I'll mark the edge, this wall, and now I'll just outline. You can use a pen or a marker. I'm using a marker. And there's not much to explain right here, you just need to outline. What I advise is that you really have to be careful when outlining, because we can make any mistakes at this stage. So if you don't feel confident doing it freehand, feel free to use a roller and use the lid that you used at the beginning to, create the circular shape. And right here, these little circles will be with opposite colors. For example, I'm painting right here black, but the circle inside will be blank. Now I'm going to paint all this area black. And you can use a marker, you can use, a pencil to do so, that's okay. But if you're going to use a pencil, use a darker one. Now I'm going to outline the edges. And of course, I'm doing everything here freehand. And guys, I'm using a very dark pencil. I'm using a 6B pencil. And I'm going to do a gradient right here. I'll start with the darkest part and I'll lighten it as I get closer to the middle. It gets a bit lighter and I leave a part completely white. I also make another part right here with a small gradient. But it is important to adjust the levels, make the darker parts darker and adjust towards the lighter part. Always marking the shadow and the brightness in the drawing. Right here we marked the first side. We'll do exactly the same thing right there. I'll start a bit darker and gradually lighten towards the part that will be completely white. And here do the opposite, starting a bit lighter and darkening towards the edge. And again, always pay attention to the light and dark parts. Remember that the brightness always gives the volume effect and the shadow always gives the depth effect. Now I'm going to use a tissue. And I'm going to smudge the lines we made with the pencil. With the eraser, we can remove the excess of the refine that came off the drawing, and we can clean it up with the eraser. Of course, you can use a regular eraser, any kind of eraser that you have. If you also have a pen eraser at your disposal, it will be very nice because a pen eraser helps a lot, especially with these small details. And you can use a pen eraser almost like a pencil. That's why it is called a pen eraser. But anyway, just clean all the excess graphene that you think it is necessary, because we want a cleaner drawing. I will emphasize the brightness detail, erasing these details just right here. Okay, all done. Of course, you can use your finger also to soften it a bit. And now we have the drawing basically completed. Now I'm going to create the shadow, and I'll start doing this using my pencil. I'll make the center a bit darker and the edges a little lighter. And then I will use the tissue paper again and smudge it as well. This area, leaving a very natural shadow. When we apply the tissue paper, it gives a very nice, natural smudging. The object right here, it is just to spread it. And of course, you can use the eraser to, emphasize the light and some other details. But anyway, you can do any kind of adjustment that you feel it is necessary. Now I'm going to divide right here on the shadow. I'm erasing this division right in the middle. That corresponds to the drawing. And now with the ruler, I'll draw a parallel line. And this line won't be part of the drawing, okay? We will just, have a base to where to cut the paper. And it is very important to be careful when cutting this part because we don't want to damage the drawing and we don't want to, cut ourselves with the scissor. If you are a child, ask your parents to cut it, okay? Or an older sibling, someone older nearby to you, so you can ask them to help you. Okay, the drawing is completed. You guys can see that we have a very nice detail effect right here. I will just add a little detail right here that I forgot, guys. Sorry. I'll just, erase right there. Okay, now it is okay. Now it is nice. Sorry, guys. But anyway, now we have the drawing completed. We have a very nice 3D effect. And you can move the paper, you can rotate your drawing, you see all the effect. You can see that we have a 3D effect, and you can use some objects to interact with your drawing because we have a very nice optical illusion effect. Very nice. You can see the shadow of the drawing, the shadow of the pencil. These three-dimensional drawings with optical illusions are very interesting. You can use your creativity and look for different angles and see the drawing in many different ways. Thank you guys. See you next.